Good morning. Good morning. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Good afternoon to some of you. Maybe good evening to some of you. Welcome in. Matthew Davis, how are you? Can we tar and feather Gary's bald head? I'll plead the fifth on that one since I'm live right now. Welcome in, guys. Another great day in the crypto bull market. We got some big news to talk about. On your way in, please hit that thumbs up button, hit the heart button, depending on which platform you're listening on. Subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. We are on YouTube, of course. We're also on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch, kick.com, and much more. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see you all. We got lots to talk about. Let's go ahead and look at some prices here. Bitcoin at $182, excuse me, moving as I'm talking about the price here. Ethereum back over 3,000. That's a good sign. BNB at $574. Solana at $177. We got XRP at 51 cents and Toncoin. TON making its appearance in the top 10 here at number 8 at $6.50. And you got Dogecoin holding the number 9 spot at 15 cents. Cardano rounding out the top 10 at 46 cents. So we're waiting on Bitcoin to do its next big move, the next leg up, so that altcoins can follow. If you've been a subscriber and listener of this podcast, we've talked about this. The capital usually enters in via Bitcoin, and the liquidity then flows down to the altcoins. Now, there have been some outliers like Solana, and in the past bull market cycle, it was Chainlink, where you have, some of these outlier altcoins that are grabbing up a lot of liquidity and, almost moving the same way Bitcoin is. But that's not true for the entire altcoin market cap. The entire altcoin market usually just follows Bitcoin's lead, and Bitcoin has to make a big run up, and then we see a move from the altcoin. So Bitcoin still looking bullish here in the from the daily chart. It's RSI moving upwards. We see a reversal here. Now, as always, we got to let these things play out. We have to let them prove themselves. The rally has to prove itself because the markets can easily fake us out. So we got to be patient, and we got to let things go. We'll let the market cycles play out. Brandon, good. Thank you for the $4.99, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Now, the other thing, the DXY continues to look bearish as it is breaking downwards, and that's great for risk assets like Bitcoin and the stock market. So that's a very good sign, folks. And its RSI is breaking downwards. So we want these trends to continue. DXY to break downwards, Bitcoin to keep moving upwards. The other factor is the stock market is hitting new all-time highs. The S&P 500, the NASDAQ, these are great signals for the continuation upwards for crypto because it's all correlated. We know the Bitcoin, we know the crypto market and the stock market are highly correlated because all of it is correlated to global liquidity. So great sign here that the stock market is hitting new all-time highs. It is also recovering from its pullback in late March into early April. So markets don't move in a straight line, my friends. If you zoom out on the charts, when in doubt, zoom out, you see pumps and then pullbacks, pumps, pullbacks. Normal activity here. The question is, have we hit our peak, or how much more do we have to go from a bull market standpoint? Because we do want to get an idea, approximation, and that's where we can use Fibonacci models and get an idea, an Elliott wave as well, and use the wave count. So right now we are still trying to break upwards, and the pump will continue, guys. We're going to see some euphoric moves. We just got to be patient. I want to share something here from Rect Capital, who highlighted that the Bitcoin retest was successful. Bitcoin has fully confirmed its breakout from the bull flag, which is the black trend line going down here. It has officially broken out, and you can see we're at the cusp of another major move. Now, my hope is that this move takes us to 90K. And once again, even if you don't hold Bitcoin, that's good because that liquidity will flow down to the altcoins. We'll see Ethereum, we'll see Solana, we'll see XRP, and all these coins start to move. Now, some coins move, faster, better than others. That's where you want to be smart with how you invest in altcoins and look at a variety of different factors. Now, let's take a look at what are the top trending tokens on social media. This data is brought to you by Santiment, which is a partner of the podcast. And if you want to sign up for an account to get these really cool metrics and analytics, you can use the code Thinking Crypto to get a discount. First up is Tether on Polygon. So it looks like Tether is being launched here on the Polygon blockchain, and it's trending with positive sentiment. Coming in at number 2 is the Pyth network. I have not heard of this, PYTH, although its positive sentiment is about as equal to the negative at 35% each. So that's not really good. Ethereum trending. I think this comes as no surprise. We're going to talk about the news. This is the week of the Ethereum Spot ETF approval or denial from the SEC, but it has positive sentiment. XRP trending at number 4 here with positive sentiment. Solana at number 5 with positive sentiment. Phantom FTM coming in at number 6 with positive sentiment. We got Olive. I've not heard of this, but extremely high positive sentiment at 83%. Then we got Gemini Dollar, GUSD, coming in with negative sentiment, 57%. Oof. And then Cream Finance. That doesn't sound too appealing, but Cream Finance coming in with positive sentiment at number 9. And then Unify Protocol DAO, UNFI, coming into positive sentiment at number 10. So those are your top trending tokens on social media, brought to you by Santiment. Now, folks, Gary Gensler, scumbag regulator Gary Gensler, up to his typical scumbag activity and tricks. Because here's what we found out. Remember Prometheum? Remember the connections with Prometheum and the SEC, and they got the special broker-dealer license to custody crypto as securities. Remember Prometheum CEO Aaron Kaplan said, these are all digital asset securities. And we know that terminology came from Gary Gensler. So we've been seeing the shady connections and so forth. Well, guess what? The week of the SEC's decision on to whether to deny or approve the Ethereum Spot ETFs, that's when Prometheum is launching. They're custodying it as a security. So that's the distinction there. And here's what Bill Hughes of Consensus had to say. I had him on the podcast not too long ago. The very same week that the SEC will deny an Ethereum Spot ETF because of Ether's new regulatory status. What convenient timing. What are the odds? This is all planned. This is all planned, my friends. Gary is up to his tricks again. This is why we got to keep fighting. He and Elizabeth Warren are not, they're not giving up. They still got their foot on the gas here, and we got to fight back. So we'll see what Gary comes up with. This may be one of the examples he's going to use to say, oh, you see, Ethereum is a security. We can't approve it. And we're in litigation with Consensus and much more. So we're not going to approve these. But who knows? Maybe we get surprised and they do approve it. But it's probably a very low probability that it gets approved. Very low. A lot of the industry leaders are not anticipating an approval. And it could be that the industry, BlackRock, Grayscale, Fidelity, they all have to sue the SEC. Man, but if that's a problem Gary wants, I don't know. That's not a smart move, man. Getting sued by BlackRock, Fidelity, and others. Now, big news coming from Barry Silbert at the Digital Currency Group. They got a new CEO for Grayscale. He says, as we position Grayscale for its next phase of growth, excited to welcome Peter Mintzberg as Grayscale CEO, effective August 15th. Joining from Goldman Sachs, Peter has 20 plus years of experience across prominent asset managers, including BlackRock, Oppenheimer Funds, and Invesco. He says, I want to thank Michael Sonnenschein. During his 10 years at Grayscale, Michael guided the firm through the exponential growth and oversaw its pivotal role in bringing spot Bitcoin ETFs to market, leading the way for the broader financial industry. We wish him the very best in his future endeavors. So, new CEO coming in at Grayscale, folks, and he has experience at big Wall Street firms like BlackRock and Goldman Sachs. So This is fascinating because Eleanor Terrett of Fox Business is saying Mintz oversaw Oppenheimer's sale to Invesco in 2019. Maybe a sale is in Grayscale's future. It wouldn't surprise me. And it wouldn't surprise me if BlackRock or Goldman Sachs was the scoop up in Grayscale, right? And Grayscale has had its problems. Digital Currency Group they still have problems, right? With Genesis trading and just a whole bunch of nonsense that took place in the last cycle. So maybe it's best they do sell and get this business in order, because what a mess they participated and created with Gemini, and they need to figure things out. Let me check. Let me take a look at the chat here. Taylor says, Tony, my man, exciting week on top for sure. Lunatics 101, yo, welcome in. Disclosure Capital says, could check Gary network once, buddy. I'm not sure what you mean. Let's see. Gary Gensler doesn't trim his nose here. Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the heart button, depending on where you're watching or listening. Welcome in. Welcome in. Another great day in the crypto bull market. Now, this week is also significant because we got the FIT21 crypto regulation bill vote in the House. And boy, there's a lot of talks happening because this impacts politics on the Democrats and Republican side. And it could impact the election coming up as well. Obviously, just about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, we saw Donald Trump come out and say, I support crypto. I'm the pro-crypto candidate. Vote for me. And I think that really lit a fire in DC because all of a sudden, crypto got put in the spotlight. And look, there's votes up for grabbing here, right? And plus campaign donations. So the crypto industry has been raising a lot of capital and donating to pro-crypto candidates. So the Blockchain Association tweeted out this morning, they said, the Blockchain Association members sent a letter to Speaker Mike Johnson and Representatives Hakeem Jeffries in support of a floor vote for the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act. They said, our member companies are working to improve financial services and build a better internet, but need legislation that offers a framework for innovation, regulatory clarity for U.S. operators, and protection for U.S. or users and consumers. Legislation must be pro-innovation and pro-consumer guardrails to ensure a fair and safe marketplace and to safeguard U.S. technological leadership in this cutting-edge space. And my mouse is not working for some reason. They said here, the policy issues facing our industry are complex, and passing this legislation in the House will enable further discussion and debate in the Senate. Therefore, our members urge the House of Representatives to vote yes to H.R. 4763. Folks, if this is able to happen this week, it would be historic. It would be bullish for the market. I could see Bitcoin and altcoins rally off this news of this bill making it through. Now, it's not as easy as said, right? It's easier said than done. So we got some hurdles, and I'll talk a bit about it. But even the folks at Hedera called this out. They said they are proud to express their support for the floor vote of HR 4763. So we got a bunch of different industry leaders, companies, and much more who are in favor of this. And it absolutely makes sense. We need legislation, clear guidelines in the United States. And the United States is the largest capital markets. But don't get me wrong, crypto is not dependent on the United States. It's a global asset class, and we see many other countries and jurisdictions are moving ahead. So the United States needs to catch up here. Now, Ryan Selkis of Messari has been doing a great job of highlighting essentially the dynamic of the Democrats and how they may vote for this bill. What we saw is Democrats partnered with the Republicans in repealing SOB 121 in the House and the Senate. That big win. So everyone's hoping that momentum carries through, where the Democrats join the Republicans to get this bill out of the House. Now, once again, I don't believe this is going to the Senate next month or whatever it is. It's an election year. Summer's coming up. I would be very surprised if that happens. But getting out of the House would be significant. It would be a big win for the industry and a big fat L for scumbag regulator Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren. So Ryan has been tweeting this morning. He said, "Dear Representative Maxine Waters," he tagged her here, "please don't torpedo the chances of a bipartisan crypto bill at today's member briefing. None of us liked Sam Bankman-Fried. None of us support fraud. Rejection of the FIT21 will be an attack on U.S. investors and entrepreneurs, would favor corrupt regulators over voters. Well put. Now, he also tweeted out again. He said, this week, people will learn whether Maxine Waters works for Elizabeth Warren or has the tenacity to brute force a bipartisan FIT21 bill through the House. From everything I've heard about her, my money is on the latter. So, guys, fingers crossed that we can get this through. And remember, I shouldn't call him Attorney John Deaton, but John Deaton is running against Elizabeth Warren. If you are in the state of Massachusetts, vote for John Deaton. If you are outside the state of Massachusetts, donate to John Deaton. He's running against corrupt Elizabeth Warren, and she is the one that has the power over the financial markets because the Biden administration made an agreement with her. You know, she dropped out of the race and supported Biden. And she's been pulling the strings. What I've learned when I was in DC last week, guys, at the DC Blockchain Summit and on Capitol Hill, Elizabeth Warren has staffers and people who used to work with her in many of the different government agencies. That's why we're seeing many of the different government agencies have been coming out with these draconian nonsense rules. And I was wondering, you know, why is that? And then some folks, you know, in DC, I can't name who, gave me some insights. A lot of her staffers, she's been sending them out to work at the different agencies. And that's why we've been seeing a big attack from different government agencies, folks. And we know she's pulling the strings of Gary Gensler. He's her puppet on the strings. So we got to fight. And this bill would be a huge loss for her and Gary Gensler. And I'm hoping Maxine Waters partners with Patrick McHenry. I've heard they have a good relationship. You know, they're not friends or anything like that, but they have a good working relationship. And, you know, we can put Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX behind us and they can get this through. It would be huge, 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 huge for the market, guys. I can't tell you how big this would be to have SOB 121 repealed and get the FIT21 bill approved out of the House within a span of 3 weeks. All of these things happening would be incredible. Etron says, Heather, SEC policy director, is stepping down. Yeah, there's been a good amount of people stepping down from the SEC because they don't want to deal with this nonsense. The SEC has become political. Matthew Davis says, Deaton for Senate for sure. Guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit the heart button, hit the 5-star rating wherever you're watching or listening. Be sure you're subscribed. Be sure to check out our sponsors, and that is Uphold, BitGo, and VeChain. Check out our sponsors, guys. Links in the description. You can buy and sell crypto and Uphold. BitGo has amazing crypto custody services, including an incredible self-hosted wallet. VeChain, one of the top layer 1 enterprise blockchains out there. So links will be in the description. Check it out, guys. Let's see what the price of Bitcoin is doing. I can answer questions. If you have questions about coins or the market, drop them in the chat, guys. Let's see what is happening here with Bitcoin. So still hovering around that 67,200 mark. This is one of those times we have to be patient. It's been you know, kind of a slow, boring past 2 months after the incredible run up Bitcoin did, you know, into March. And then April and May were like, oh, okay, consolidation, pullback, and building support. But we're at least starting to see some signs of life here. Bitcoin breaking upwards. And then we can see how high we go. My hope is if Bitcoin can do that 3.618 on the Fibonacci, that puts us near 200,000. But I'm going to play it cautiously optimistic by going to the 2.618. You know, even if we top out at 150K, that would be incredible. But, man, I don't know. It'd be amazing if we can get higher, but we'll have to wait and see. Benjamin Linder O'Neill says, hey, Tony, thanks for your work. Why aren't you bullish on Solana long-term? Thanks. So, Benjamin, I've played around with Solana. I remember issuing a social token on Solana. But because of all the downtimes, I mean, guys, over what, 11, 12 times over the past couple of years, I don't like that. They haven't fixed that problem. And maybe they will. But as of right now, based on the facts that I have today, I'm not bullish on it long term because of all the downtimes. Don't get me wrong, if they went down once or twice, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what, they're trying to figure things out, they're trying to fix some things, but you can't go down 11, 12 plus times, man. That's not good. Doesn't matter how fast your blockchain is. If it's not up and running, that's a problem. So I'm not hating. I'm just going off what I know and the facts. Now, once again, they could fix that problem and, things will steer the ship in the right direction. Also, Solana is not getting enterprise adoption. And don't get me wrong, there's room for retail and non-enterprise adoption in the market. But I would more lean towards like Avalanche, which is getting enterprise adoption. So, for example, you have JP Morgan, Citibank, and these folks tokenizing on Avalanche, right? You got, of course, Algorand out there. You got Cardano. So we'll see. But to be clear, Benjamin, I have Solana in my portfolio for the bull market run up here. And I have the tokens. It's seeing a lot of movement, liquidity, adoption. There's been a lot of meme coins. And I had to take a position, right? Because I'm here to make money. I had to take a position. But am I betting on this long term? No. I until something changes, until they make some massive upgrade that solves the downtime issue, yeah, then I'll change my mind. And I'll, of course, buy the dips. I won't be buying the pumps. Poker Mape XRP says, love the channel, Tony. Keep up the great work. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching and listening. If you guys have other questions, drop them in the chat, guys. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up, hit the heart button, hit the 5-star rating wherever you're watching or listening. One of the things that I do like to take a look at, guys, with sentiment is the developer activity on blockchains. Let me clean up this chart a bit here, because developer activity could be, or is one of the metrics you can look at to get an indication of how an asset may perform. It is not the ultimate metric. Like, I wouldn't only look at this. I would look at tokenomics. I will look at the Fibonacci models, right? They do the chart analysis, but having an idea of the developer activity is a good way to get some insights into what's happening with a blockchain. And sentiment's taking long to load here. Let me try to refresh. Let's do this. Justin Harrison says, have you heard of SHX and what do you think of it? SHX. I'll check on that in a sec. Let me just look at share the developer activity items here with you guys. Okay. So Optimism has been in the #1 spot with the most developer activity over the past 30 days. But look at this, Hedera, HBAR at #2, Cardano at #3, Chainlink at #4, Cosmos at #5, Internet Computer at #6, Starknet at #7, Ethereum at #8, and Polkadot at #9, and #10 is Kusama. So Optimism, good sign. It popped up into the #1 spot. And if you recall, Andreessen Horowitz made a big investment into Optimism not too long ago. So this may be a coin I may want to look into. I'm not saying I am going to buy it. I'm just saying if I'm seeing this type of activity, it may be something I want to add to my portfolio based on, other things that are happening. So if we look at Optimism here, $2.52. Let's see. Circulating supply is at 1 billion, just over a billion. Total supply at 4.2 billion, or near 4.3 billion. It is up from the bear market lows for sure. So yeah, like I said, this may be a coin I may want to look into. I'm not saying I am going to add to my portfolio, but if I'm seeing signals like there's a ton of dev activity happening here, that's a good sign. So just to let you guys know how I'm looking at the market, looking at coins and so forth. All right. Let's see here. Justin said SHX. So let me look that up. Stronghold token. Is that what it is, Justin? I have not heard of the Stronghold token, but let's see. What is this about? Let's see. Stronghold's mission is to provide fast blah, 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 pointers through APIs. Yeah, I haven't heard of this. Total supply is near 100 billion. Circulating supply just over 5 billion. Yeah, I haven't heard of this, so I don't know much about it. It is okay. It's off its bear market bottoms. That's a good sign. And obviously, we've been seeing different altcoins, starting to retrace a bit. Billy Buxton says XEC. XEC. Let's see what that is. eCash. Don't know about this. Oh my gosh, the coin supply is 19.7 trillion. What the hell? What the hell? Man, what are they trying to do here? Talk about inflation. Talk about debasement. Whew. Yeah, I don't know about it. eCash, XEC, is the rebranded version of Bitcoin Cash ABC. Oh man, this sounds like an S coin, if you know what I mean. No offense, man, but what the hell? Circulating supply 19.7 trillion. Trillion? Come on, man. Aaron James says trash. I don't know if which one you're talking about, Aaron James, but XEC is crazy. His supply is nuts. So this is, once again, guys, and I know I'm being a bit hyperbolic here, but you want to look at things like this, right? Developer activity, tokenomics, circulating supply versus max supply. Like, the chances of this coin trying to move, even if it's doing something great, the project, it's going to be tough. You need massive amounts of liquidity to get some sort of price move. Zion Creative says, have you heard of LitLab Games? LitLab Games? Let's see. I have not. So this GameFi, look, I think GameFi is going to be great. Let's see. Do they have a token? Lit. Okay, so let's look up Lit. If it's listed here on Coin Market Cap. Let's see here. Circulating supply is good. Just near 292 million coins in circulating supply. Total supply is just it's about 3 billion. That's not bad. Was this launched recently? So it looks like it was launched last year. And down from its pump upwards, but yeah, I haven't heard about this. But look, I think GameFi coins can do well. I don't really hold any GameFi themed tokens. I'm holding AI themed tokens, and that's not because I have something against GameFi themed tokens. I only have so much capital, right? As you all know, there's only so much you can invest in, and I try to stick to things that I can fully understand and do research on. And I took the bet on AI that paid off well for me. I've told you guys I've invested in FET and Render and so forth, and I'm doubling down on that. So let's see here. So Zion Creative, yeah, it does look promising. Kwame Hilton says, great work, Tony. Love your channel. What are your thoughts on Velo? Thank you. Kwame, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Let's see, Velo. So I've seen a lot about Velo lately. It seems like a promising project. Token supply, circulating supply is 7.3 billion. Total supply just about 24 billion. Max supply 30 billion. So that's not bad. Let's see. It's down pretty significantly though from its highs of like near $1.88 back in 2022. So it hasn't retraced any as yet, but I have been seeing some news here and there about it. But I don't know too much about this project. Velo Labs is building a unique federated crypto or credit exchange network. The network is powered by the Velo protocol, which is a blockchain financial protocol enabling digital credit issuance and borderless asset transfers for businesses using a smart contract system. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know too much about it, but I have been seeing a lot. But price wise, It's up a little bit, but from its bear market bottoms, but all time it's down significantly, right? So when you zoom out, but that doesn't mean that it can't move like later in the bull market cycle. So Justin Harrison says Velo on base is basis main dex. Interesting. Go Blue Crypto says MMF DeFi and Chronos. So guys, we still got ways to go where some of these altcoins still have to move, but this is why you diversify. There are no guarantees. There's no guarantee that Velo is going to retrace here, even to its old all-time high. And we got to look at what was the token release schedule since this all-time high. Is there developer activity happening on here, right? So there's quite a few things you got to look at, and so when you do your research, make sure you're looking at all factors. So it looks like this is on Stellar. So I think somebody had a question. Justin had a question. Mr. B number 4 says Velo and SHX are both on Stellar XLM. Mark Hope, OG Tony, welcome in, Mark. Guys, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Hit the 5-star rating, hit the heart button, depending on where you're watching, because we're streaming on multiple platforms. Subscribe if you haven't as yet. Be sure to check out our sponsors, Uphold, BitGo, VeChain, and also don't forget to check out my book on Amazon, guys. Grab a copy, Rethinking Crypto, Crash of FTX and the Rise of Safer, Stronger Digital Assets. Grab a copy to support the podcast. Buy a couple copies for your friends and family to help them learn about crypto. This book gives crypto's past, present, and future, guys. So be sure to check that out. Okay, let's see. What are some other questions we got here? Daniel says Casper at the end of the Wyckoff pattern, CSPR. Okay, so I've heard good things about Casper. Still down from its bear market bottom, but like I said, still some of these coins could still move. Hey guys, in about 6 minutes or so, I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Gotta hop for an appointment, but yeah, like a recap, big news this week. Prometheum launching their Ethereum custody service, custodying Ethereum as a security. The timing is interesting. Could be Gary Gensler his plan here to deny the Ethereum Spot ETF. Grayscale is going to have a new CEO, someone who has experience from Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Oppenheimer. Wall Street taking over, guys. And then, of course, the FIT crypto regulation vote happening this week would be massive and incredibly bullish for the market if this bill was to pass the House. It would be a really big loss for Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren. Justin Harrison says Casper is talking about MPRP morphing into an AI token. That's interesting. That's something I'll probably have to look into. As I've been dabbling in AI tokens, I made the look. I don't know everything. I don't get everything right, but I made the bet on AI tokens, and that has paid off well for me. Let's see. What is big? Has Bitcoin done anything new? Okay, Bitcoin is slowly moving. 67,390. ETH is moving as well. Waiting for some of these legacy coins to move. Man, a ton coin surprised me making it here into the top 10. But you can't catch everything, right? But ton coin making a move here. Let's see. It is up pretty significantly. It was launched back in January in 2021. Let's see. Its circulating supply is just about 3.4 billion. Max supply 5 billion. Any of you guys hold a ton coin? Let me know in the chat. So Toncoin is the native cryptocurrency of decentralized layer 1 blockchain, the open network. The Ton blockchain is open sourced and supported by many network contributors, including Switzerland-based nonprofit organization, the Ton Foundation. Interesting. If you have any other questions, guys, drop them in the chat. But like I said, I'm going to be looking into optimism based on the developer activity I'm seeing here on Sentiment. And I think Andreessen Horowitz they invested recently as well. So big hedge fund behind this project now. Let's see what it's doing on the charts here. $255. Interesting. Let's refresh the top trending coins here on Sentiment. Bitcoin now in the lead with positive sentiment. That was pretty much the only change. Although it looks like Safecoin is starting to trend now with positive sentiment. Etron says, hey, Tony, did you ever look into Ondo? So Etron, great question. I started looking into it and researching it. So I may add this in my portfolio given the BlackRock connections. And its token supply is not bad. It's 10 billion. Circulating right now is 1.3. Price is up currently at 93 cents. So let's see. Ondo Finance, BlackRock. Ondo Finance to move $95 million. Oh, I hate these ads. To BlackRock's tokenized fund for instant settlements for its T-bill token. So this is a token I may bet on given the visibility it has, connections to BlackRock and more. And we'll see. But I am still in the process of researching. Lunatic says, I have my shovel ready for all the face melting that XRP is going to do. Yeah, look, I think XRP is going to have a strong move. Last market cycle, because of the lawsuit, it got stunted, right? It got delisted and all that. It's now relisted. Ripple has a partial victory in that lawsuit. And if the overall lawsuit is to wrap up soon between the SEC and Ripple, that would be very bullish. It's still in the top 10, guys. Even with that lawsuit, you can't deny it. It stayed in the top 10, so that was pretty big. Vatican Life. By the way, this is going to be my last question because I have to hop. But Vatican Life says, what's your price prediction for FET and Render? You know, Vatican Life, it's hard to say, man, because these tokens, this is the first cycle. They're running up. So there's no charting really that I can do. It's really tough. You know, could FET get to $8 to $10? You know, that's definitely possible. Render. Let's see here. Render, I think, could potentially get to near 20. So I'll keep it conservative and say Render near 20, FET $8 to $10. It could go higher. Don't get me. The reason why I'm just, you know, giving this conservative idea about it is because there's not much of a history to chart off of, and the AI narrative is so strong. Just look at Nvidia, right? As a stock, it's been running like crazy. So it's tough to call these things. Knoxville, welcome in. All right, guys, I got to drop for an appointment. Thank you for watching and listening. Like I said, check out our sponsors, Uphold, BitGo, VeChain. Also, check out my book on Amazon. Grab a copy for yourself, for your friends and family who want to learn about crypto. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I appreciate you all and your support. Have a great week. Guys, it's going to be a big week. We get that FIT bill through the House. get ready for the market to go nuts. That would be a huge win. All right, guys, talk to you all later. Wishing you all lots of luck with this market to make great returns, and talk to you all later.